That don't mean that they hang with them, they cool with them. I'm just fighting for their right to speech because I understand that just because a certain amount of people don't like something, don't give you the right to say shut up. And I will close you down because it happened a lot when even being a conservative individual. If I speak and say certain things, and you know, out your mouth, you said when it comes to Jews, you know, you, and it's not supposed to go like that.
Yeah. I'm
So it's
glad you
supposed to be
said
people
that.
fighting on the other end. Yeah.
So you feel some type of way about Trump kicking out the Associated Press, saying that they were
Say again?
covering him negatively.
Yeah, I like that. I love it.
All right, so you just contradicted yourself there.
I didn't contradict myself. So
Yeah,
you gotta
because you're talking about freedom of speech, right? And now he's actually talking about the actual institution that represents a freedom of speech. He's actually kicking out somebody from a news station because of the way that they cover him.
okay,
And
great.
so
Now,
yeah, like that's
let me explain why. They almost got him killed. Trump is a Nazi. Trump is this.
no this no
Hold on,
no this just
let,
happened a couple days
let
ago.
me explain. Let me explain, please, because he almost got killed. Several assassination attempts due to how they painted him. Because now the narrative stopped. He's a neo-Nazi. Trump he wants to take away people's freedom. That voice now is gone. Why they not talking like they talking now? You seen Obama hanging with him, but he was a Nazi. He wants Nazi. He raised his hand like Hitler. He's Hitler. You got a press talking about me like that, and almost died in front of my son on national
But
television.
that's still
Done.
that's still
You're done.
but that's still just talking though.
What are you talking, bro? Propaganda will get you. Look, I don't know.
Propaganda.
Cashmere might make it up there. If they talking about my boy and labeling him something that's gonna get him hurt, even as a conservative, I would say, bro, that's wrong. Because
So so
they saying things, paint a narrative, and it ain't gotta be true.
so
Like we
so
said, good people on both sides. It ain't gotta
So
be
how
true.
can you tell?
Go
So
ahead.
how can you tell other people to stop other people from telling them to shut up
Because
about Robert E. Lee?
you said why
How can you defend? Yeah, because you just said that you give them. You say like you all for freedom of speech, right? So their freedom of speech or whatever it is that they want to defend Robert E. Lee, right? You don't believe that whenever Obama was president, a bunch of people didn't come after him all the time.
that,
What press?
Every
Who?
president.
Yeah,
okay, so let me explain then.
who
Every
from the press
president.
did he kick out?
Okay, so let me explain. He didn't take their voice away. He just kicked. You can't talk to me. It's not. Look, you can talk, but just don't talk to me.
Yeah, well, you do take their voice,
That's
but
fair.
because you take them out of the, he kicked them out of the press room.
Get out.
So
You can still
that
have a
means they
press.
can't. No, that means they can't. That means they can't report on what's going on with the president.
They still do. What do you? They didn't stop
No,
nothing.
the associate he kicked. You saw? Have you been paying attention to what's going on?
Of course, if I kick you out the press room from asking me questions, get the hell out. What that had to do with
No, but not
censoring me?
just him. He also his press secretary. They
Good.
can't talk to her neither.
Good. You don't need
But
to
that means
talk
they
to me.
can't. That means they can't cover the president.
They could cover him without talking to him. You don't
That's
need
not
to.
true. They
That
have their
what?
own questions though. That's the
I
whole
don't
point of
care
the
what
press.
questions they got. You don't look. I believe in merit. Some people don't deserve the spot that they got. You don't deserve to talk to me. You don't
But
have to
listen,
talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
There's
you what concern.
there's consequences to your actions. If you sit here telling lies about me, why? Just look. This is what I don't get about people and holding people accountable. If you sit there with your press and your free voice and lied about me, I'm not trying to stop you from talking because they censored Trump. They kicked him. They kicked him. Even the president. They kicked him off of every social media platform to where he had to get on True Social and create it himself. Right. Let's start there. Right. But then
Because he
you
kept
got listen.
lying.
Let me land. I'm gonna land. He didn't censor none of them. All he said was you can't talk to me. How was that taking your voice away?
Because that literally their jobs is to cover the president.
You can cover me without being there. They
No,
do it
you
all the time.
cannot.
It's
No,
not the
you can't.
same. It's not the
So
same.
No,
my
you
question
can't.
is this. So if he's saying that, hey, when you guys covered me, you covered me disrespectfully, and you guys basically lied about me. They didn't cover him all the time. They did that.
But can I tell you this? Can I tell you
They
this
did it
though?
outside. They did
Let
it
me.
outside the press
Okay, so
room.
And
all right,
let me just ask the
so
question, and you can add this in, Daquan,
yeah.
is how would America feel? How would the conservative right feel if when Obama was in office, he kicked out everybody from Fox because they didn't
Right.
say because he didn't like how they talked about
But
him. They would be saying he's against the Constitution. They would
I
be
don't
saying
care what Fox say. I will say
that's not my question to you. That's not my question to you. You just got done saying. You just got done
you gotta let
saying.
me explain. You gotta let me talk to let me finish to
You
understand what
just
I'm
got
saying.
done saying.
Context matters, man.
You just got done saying. I'm giving you the same context. President for president. Every single president. Look at the files. Every single president gets death threats. Every single president gets assassination attempts.